Well, that was a welcome change of pace. Lightning win Game 4 in Tampa, 6-3 over the Florida Panthers on a stream, by the way, where I wore my black jersey very purposefully under the impression that I was about to attend a funeral for the Tampa Bay Lightning. If you watched my last video, you know exactly why. I yelled and I screamed and I got basically all of my emotions out. And so for the last 3 hours or so, I've kept myself in check. Because on the scale of the 5 stages of grief, I was finally at acceptance. And the Lightning won't let me go that easily. They somehow managed to restore hope to me throughout the course of this game. So let's break it down. How did they do this? How did they get here? How is this different from the first 3 games that they played? And what can they learn going forward? How can they possibly make a historic comeback and win this in 7 games somehow? I'm not predicting that it is. I'm hoping. I'm back on, baby. Now, first and possibly most importantly, Mikhail Sergachev was back on the ice today. It's not that he was just in warm-ups. It's not that he was just skating. It's not that he was just in the locker room to read off the lineup card to the boys and to give them some motivation to pull on those emotional heartstrings. No! He's on the ice. Not only is he on the ice, he's a factor in this game. Okay? I believe he got at least 1 point today, right? Yeah, on the 4th goal, he got an assist on the Hagel goal. So, already an immediate contribution. And look, we didn't think Sergachev was going to come back until probably round 2 or 3, just because of the extent of his injury. He broke his actual leg on the ice. And all conventional wisdom and all probably medicine says that he shouldn't be playing a mere 2 months after breaking your leg. And yet, here we are. Is this what's going to catapult the Lightning to winning this series? I don't know. It's possible. I'm trying not to get too far ahead of myself, but it was wonderful to see Mikhail Sergachev back on the ice because they had desperately missed that piece of depth on the blue line. Having his contributions on the power play as well. Look, Darren Radish, great substitute on power play number 2, but he's not Mikhail Sergachev. And now all of a sudden you are less top heavy on your blue line than you were 2 days ago. So yes, you still are a little bit top heavy. You have Victor Hedman on your top pair, but now you have Mikhail Sergachev back on the second pair. And you can split up Chernak and Dumba. And you can keep Emil Lilleberg in because he's just been a thorn in the side of the Panthers. He's been exactly what you need him to be. He's been physical. He's been scrappy. He's taken a penalty, unfortunately. But outside of that, that's the kind of defense that you actually want to see. Will this sustain? I don't know. Apart from that, an offensive explosion! Put in that Terry Crews Old Spice ad somewhere along in here, and all of a sudden this makes sense. At the end of the first period, the Lightning were out shooting the Panthers, I believe, 13-5. The only period that they have done that. The entire series. And it worked. Imagine that. Now, I'm not going to be so bold as to say that playoff Bob was back in full effect and he let the Panthers down. Look, no goalie is perfect. You're going to have a dud game every now and then. Was this more a result of Sergei Bobrovsky being playoff Bob, or is it more the Lightning actually found the cojones to shoot often on target? I don't know. It's probably the latter. Regardless, Lightning put up 3 goals in the first frame. A period they utterly dominated. 14-5, by the way. I just looked at it. Second period, however, I was sitting back in my chair awaiting that demise again because that 3-0 lead quickly dissipated to become a 4-3 lead in the second frame. They got outshot 15-8. They got out hit. They took penalties. It wasn't good overall, but they maintained. They did enough to hold on to that lead, to not surrender a 3-goal lead and let the Panthers take all of the wind out of their sails. And then from there, in the third period, it just became an exercise in don't F it up. Quite literally. Play like you mean it. Don't play to not lose, play to win. And oh my gosh, it feels so good that they actually did the thing. This is the Lightning team that I knew was capable of making a deep playoff run. Unfortunately, they didn't decide to show up until game number 4, and now the road in front of them is incredibly difficult. 2 days from now, Monday, they go to Sunrise for game 5. If they win that, Wednesday, Amalie Arena in Tampa, game 6. If they win that, a pivotal game 7, Saturday, May 4th, in Sunrise again. Again, I'm probably getting too far ahead of myself. Let me be. I'm a fan. I'm happy in this moment. On a day I thought I was going to a daggum funeral, and I was going to record a eulogy for this team. I get to feel good about myself at least one more time this season. I get to see the Lightning win. And damn, it feels good. And I really hope that they can keep up this momentum. They can do it again on Monday. And then keep on pushing. Because if this is the Lightning team that continues to show up through the rest of this series, the Panthers are going to have their hands full. The Panthers were beside themselves on what the Lightning were able to do to them today. Only time will tell. And in 2 days' time, maybe I look like an idiot. Maybe I'm sitting back and I am delivering my actual eulogy for the Lightning at this point. But for now, let's soak it in. Take a playoff dub wherever you can get it and enjoy the moment. So that's all I got. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for giving me just a little bit of your time. And I hope that you share the same optimism, cautious optimism, by the way, that this series is going to go 7 and end with a Lightning win. And as old NBY says down here in the chat, let's go get some ice cream. Take care, everybody. See you next time.